Welcome to Amity Gas Prices. Okay. Today we're discussing the white computer.
Actually, it's the black phone.
Oh, my bad. 2022 horror film. Scott Derrickson, is that his name? Scott Derrickson. From the guy who did Sinister. He also did Doctor Strange.
He also did Hellraiser Inferno. Just a reference.
I don't know why we had to bring that up, but and Ethan Hawke once again, who was also in Sinister.
And Doctor Strange. I'm just kidding.
No.
He's a Moon Knight.
Yeah.
He was good in that.
True.
Until there's like the last episode, they just make him a generic villain.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No.
You finished Moon Knight?
Yeah.
The finale was so disappointing.
Yeah, I was like, what?
The first 5 episodes are solid. At least the first 3.
Yeah, that's
the last 2 were just actually the 5th episode was really good. This is all in his head.
Right.
And the last episode was just crocodiling. I was like, I could not be like. I hated the scene so much when it was the final battle. All of a sudden he glitched out, and then just he came back, and it's the whole battle was done.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a character thing, but for an ending, it was the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It's just all of a sudden he wins.
It's like, why?
Roll credit.
That's the end. What about the end of this movie? A spoiler.
I don't know what's movies just having weird endings lately.
That's
Doctor Strange just ended with his eye freaking out, and then
So I guess spoilers for the Black Phone. We're gonna talk about it last week.
So this was the movie that Scott Derrickson just after he left Doctor Strange 2, he just went and made this.
Yep.
And I would say this is probably better than Doctor Strange 2, but a good margin.
Yeah.
I rewatched half of Doctor Strange 2 because it's on Disney Plus, and it's weird.
It's just so okay.
I don't get where they were aiming.
I guess.
I was much more interested in Scott Derrickson's because he was wanting to do a full-on horror movie with Nightmare from the comics.
Yeah.
That sounded really cool.
That does sound cool.
And I wanted it to be R-rated, and they didn't do any of that. So.
But instead, he went and made this,
Which was R-rated, even though it felt like PG-13.
It was weird. I showed my ID to get in. I was like, huh.
I didn't ask for IDs. We went to Altoona.
Yeah, Southridge always does. It's weird.
The worst theater. That's the last one I'd expect.
Yeah.
It
makes no sense.
You can't see the good boys or whatever the fuck.
It makes no sense.
Need Tammy Hall. Wait.
What?
Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
I saw live and it was at 0, but I realized it was recording. We haven't recorded in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
also not recording next week, so can't talk about Thor.
We'll talk about it the week after. It's fine.
Have you seen the reviews?
No.
It's kind of weird. It's a 70 something.
They're all up and down, kind of. IGN gave it a 7, which means nothing.
Some of the reviews it's too comedic. It's Thor 4.
I don't know what the expectation is.
Literally, the trailer. There's goats.
There's literally Chris Hemsworth buns just everywhere. I guess fully uncensored in the movie. So
they really flex, and then he works out. I get it. I'm fat. Can you just leave me alone? Allie, did you like the Black Phone?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but it was good.
What did you think it was going to be?
I just thought it was going to be a lot better than it was.
It definitely wasn't scary at all.
that was gonna be a lot better.
I mean, the trailers were really good. I'll give it that. Also, I feel this movie...
honestly, to me, the trailer kind of looked cringe, and the movie was a lot better than my
It wasn't an
expectations.
amazing trailer, but it looked like a bit... It showed a lot more Ethan Hawke than I thought there was going to be. Because also the kid didn't get kidnapped until 35-40 minutes in the movie, and there was only 50 minutes left.
Yeah.
Because the kid... This is based off a book, I think.
It's a short story, yeah.
Which is always weird, because I always adapt short stories, and it's clearly not movie-like.
Right.
But I think they stretch this one out enough, because it's not very long. It's 1 hour 30, I think.
It's 1 hour 40, yeah.
Also, that new Blumhouse intro...
Not bad.
Pretty sick.
It's pretty good.
Even though it has The Purge after Michael Myers, and it's just weird.
Yeah.
It freaks me out. Also, they don't technically own Michael Myers, so why do they get rid of that after this year?
I get.
Even though they want to make more after Ends, they want to make a movie literally called Halloween: The Holiday Ends sequel. Halloween's.
Oh my god. Halloween's. Halloweeny.
Back to the movie. First off, the grabber. Love his look. The different masks are cool.
Great character. Ethan Hawke is incredible.
Ethan Hawke is the best thing about this movie, and I wish he was in it a bit more. I feel like if they do a sequel to this, it'd be a lot more focused on him.
Yeah, probably.
And that'd be a lot cooler,
I think so.
Because I don't think he's played many villainous roles, except in Moon Knight, which wasn't that villainous. It's a Marvel movie show. He was really good in that, though. I'll give him that. Just weird writing. This one's a lot better, though. Also, most of the kids were good. Actually, I didn't really hate them.
For the most part, with having a lot of child acting, they were actually a lot better than you would expect.
Which is better than Doctor Strange 2. And Sinister, which Sinister had weird kid acting.
Yeah, Sinister was like...
Sinister got really hyped up for me. And like it's
Scott Derrickson's really into Dead Kids.
The VHS tapes are like some of the most disturbing shit I've seen.
Oh yeah,
and that's like great, but like the rest is fine.
Yeah, the rest is like okay.
And like the mythos and like the story is good. He does really good with original.
And the guy who plays Max in this one like had like the Sinister sequel be all about him, and like it was like not very good.
I didn't see Sinister 2. My parents were so hyped for that. They got like opening night tickets and like wouldn't stop talking about it. And after they saw it, they was like.
Yeah,
it was bad. They like denied it for like a day or two. Like it's okay. I mean, it was like fine. And, like after that, they're like, it's pretty bad.
I mean, maturing is realizing that Scott Derrickson is really into Dead Kids for some reason.
Except Doctor Strange.
He's got like 4 movies under his belt. 2 of them are about dead kids.
Hey babe, have you seen Sinister?
No.
We should see that. Or watch it. I mean.
Yeah, Sinister is it's decent.
I'd definitely give it a watch. It's not like amazing.
Yeah, Sinister 2 is not worth it.
Yeah, I know they talked about doing more of them, but it's like the drop off from 1 to 2 is just so drastic.
Yeah.
And Scott Derrickson didn't direct that one.
It's pretty clear.
He directed the fucking Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah.
Is that movie like terrible? Like at 44%.
It's not horrible, but it's definitely not good.
I don't like how Google this because it says in his filmography it's like Doctor Strange 2, the movie where he very clearly got fired from.
Yeah.
Clearly. He's like story credit. I guess he has stuff, but like not really anything noticeable.
But I guess
Hellraiser Inferno.
I guess overall, I did really enjoy this film.
I liked it. I saw it after a lot of the hype died down, so I feel like some parts of it were a little bit overhyped. Because first off, the jump scares weren't that scary. Besides the hanging kid.
The one in the freaking street when she was riding the bike, that got me.
Yeah, I feel like that was loud because they just like really fucking put like a lot of sound there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have been that freaked out. Also, that was in the trailer.
Yeah.
So, also the dead kid thing. It was like cool, but it was just I've seen it before. For keeping it all confined in that like little like double room basement, it was pretty engaging overall. I like the interactions with Ethan Hawke and the main kid, even though they're not as much as I would like, and they don't really talk much because he's obviously just like kidnapping him, so he's not gonna tell him anything. But I quite enjoyed that. I thought they were gonna pull the whole thing where he just kind of becomes supernatural at the end, but they actually just kind of like kill him like a normal human. But then I guess in interviews they talked about doing another one, which just basically says they're just gonna bring him back from the dead. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most interesting direction to take would be a prequel because, like,
there's definitely a story there.
There's definitely a lot. I mean, like, you look at because there's definitely a history with like the main kids and like their mother, and like they like kind of hinted at that. They didn't expand upon that very much beyond like the girl having dreams or whatever that could tell her things. That was a weird angle. I did enjoy it, and like it still kind of made sense. It led to some good like creepy moments, I think, but it was kind of odd.
You're odd.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the directing as well. It's all pretty good. Some of the music was good. I don't really remember much of it. I think it was a lot of synth stuff.
Yeah, I thought the score was pretty well refined, and it was really fitting for what they were trying to go for.
Yeah. There was some logic stuff that was kind of weird, but I think a lot of horror movies have that. I thought the main kid was pretty smart, Finney.
Yeah.
The dad character was weird because they like very much portray him as like an asshole in the beginning, but then like they try to like humanize him, but then like they don't do anything with him at the end, so it just feels like they're humanizing an abuser. By like saying, "Oh, your mom's weird, so this justifies me like whipping you viciously for like dropping orange juice in the kitchen." Dropping orange juice in the kitchen. That scene was so weird. She was like getting a bagel, and he was like getting mad that she was making like a slight move. It's like she's eating fucking breakfast. Calm down. She's like 8. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like when like that.
Come here.
Okay, that first interaction with him when he was just like, "You want to slurp a little louder?" I think they can hear you up in Boulder. It's like, you want to chill?
Cereal.
He's eating cereal.
You also sat down with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I mean, like, I kind of liked a little bit with what they were going with that.
I thought he was gonna like try to break in the house and die like the brother did, but then they just introduced that brother character, and he was so useless. He had like 3 scenes, and one of them was his death, and the other 2 were him like doing coke in front of police, and then.
Yeah, I mean, there was like it was kind of an annoying character because he was so stupid. Like, and that's like it's like he's like he was an idiot, but he was my idiot. It's like, well, yeah, but like he was so much of an idiot, it makes no sense. Like, how would he not?
Also, which house was he living in? Was he living in the one with the kid, or the one that was like
the one with
the
the
dead
kid?
bodies?
The one with the kid.
I think it makes less sense.
Yeah, it's like.
Also, they keep talking about how he has like a black van and like he must be parking in the garage, but at the end it clearly shows he just has it like under like a little like pass thing. It's like you could just look for that.
Yeah.
And also, why is there no police watching the school? Like no police. Just watch all the kids.
Yeah. If these many kids have been kidnapped and like have never been found, like what?
They just keep having like conferences and be like, guys, we lost another. Everybody like stares at like the relative and makes them just feel even that much worse by just staring at them. Oh, your brother? What a fucking weird. And at the end, everybody stares at him like he's some ghost, like he didn't just like escape like a massive kidnapping thing. Probably wants comfort.
Yeah.
I know it's the 70s, but
oh, it's the kid who killed the grabber.
And
also like I know that like it happens sometimes. Trust me, I know. But like what was with like the 3 like kids just like randomly like wanting to beat him up all the time?
Yeah, they never explain why they want to beat him up. And then like the Mexican friend dies and they just like wail on him.
Yeah, they just destroy him, and then like the sister hits one with a rock.
Also, that I don't remember the kid's name. So the Mexican kid,
Robin Ariana.
Yeah, Robin. He just beats the shit out of some kid, like almost kills him, and he just justifies it saying, "I had to prove a point." No, you could have went to fucking jail. You could just kill someone.
Hey, it's okay. He liked the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, that was. They referenced that a few times, and that was like I liked the movie, but like it was clearly just the director was like, "I like that movie." Reference it.
Hey, Enter the Dragon.
I know this movie came out like I think the year this movie took place was 78.
It was 78. Yeah.
They just like did it like around Halloween. They could have like referenced Halloween.
Nah, they did Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, and The Shining. Just kidding. They referenced The Shining.
Yeah,
that was 2 years later.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't make sense. Not even the book was out yet.
This like the little snippets of footage they had, where like they would show the victims like in, like random parts of their life, and then show like their kidnapping was pretty messed up. I like the one shot with the van, and he's standing in like an empty alleyway with the balloons.
Yeah,
just standing there. That was actually really creepy.
There were a lot of really
some of the sound design was good. The axe kill was good. I like that.
Yeah.
It was like the only kill in the movie that was like seen.
Right.
The kill count's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
all 3 people,
I guess.
Most of them are just gonna be like dead ghosts and be like, I think they. I don't know how.
Right. It's like, oh, this guy is
The dog.
But yeah, I mean, I think it had a pretty good balance overall. It had a lot of
also the vicious thing where it was like he left the door unlocked so the kids would come up, so he could just like viciously beat them as a punishment. That was messed up.
Yeah, it's like the game he plays. That was like pretty freaky. I mean,
he fell asleep on like a wooden chair. Like, how do you do that? Would you fall off?
He hadn't slept for nights, bro. I've fallen asleep on a wooden chair before.
Enjoy it?
No, but I haven't. I did mostly like the balance of it. I liked how there was a bit of setting up to really get to know this character before we see him in captivity, and then those scenes that they were all pretty well done. You see his desperation grow as he's freaked out by the phone. Then he embraces the phone, and then when it doesn't work out, he rejects the phone. All that stuff. I thought that was pretty well done. It was pretty natural. I liked a lot of those moments and a lot of that build up. I like how everything eventually felt necessary while he was down there, because like everything that like he was like told ended up coming together to like help him, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, they do well showing the desperation of the situation.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't remember Mason Gaines or something like that. He actually did a pretty good job for being such a young actor. It was a good lead performance, I'd say.
Yeah, is that his first role?
It might be. I'm not sure. Mason Thames. Mason.
What's the cast?
Right there. Thames. I wrote it.
14. There's like nothing. After Omelas and Boys' Son.
The black from 2021. Anyway.
Well, this movie was like filmed like 2 years ago, wasn't it? Because I thought it was supposed to come out in like 2020.
Well, it was, yeah, and then it was going to release in January, but test ratings were so positive that they pushed it to a summer release.
Like, I get why it's positive, but I just don't know how it's that positive. It's like good, just not like amazing or anything. It's like an 83%.
I mean, yeah, it's not like groundbreaking. It's not the most amazing thing I've seen. It's definitely good though. I definitely enjoy it. I like what it is, and I appreciate it for sure. Really atmospheric. It delivers on that. It's really eerie in a good way. I pretty much enjoyed every scene. Every scene, I was engaged, affected, which is really all that I could ask for.
Elvis has a higher tomato score than Thor.
I don't even want to see Elvis.
Are you gonna watch it at some point?
Maybe. I don't really plan on it.
I've heard mostly good things, except Tom Hanks is weird.
Yeah, because it's Tom Hanks in an Elvis movie, and he's like the most pivotal character, and like it's about Elvis.
There's a funny scene in The Boys, and then one of the new episodes where they talk about one of the characters getting like a movie about his origin story, and like having Tom Hanks play his coach, and he's like, my coach was my brother who was black, and she's like, anyway.
anyway. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I gotta watch The Boys.
The Boys is really good this season. The phone was black.
Yeah.
I don't know if the phone physics would work if you put dirt in a phone. How hard that would hit.
I mean, it would just make it heavier.
They acted like it was this big thing. When like, I mean, if it would hurt, but I feel like the phone would break eventually.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a weird weapon, but I guess that's all he had. So. It was kind of freaky when the kids didn't know their names when they were dead, and when they got reminded of it, they would get like upset.
Yeah, like some of them would be like, "Well, yeah, that is me," or like, "Oh, no, that's not me anymore."
Like, what are you then? Because like when you show up as an apparition,
it was cool to see like how all of those transpired and how all those kids got down there, and to see how like they're trying their best to help him. There was even that one like an
asshole kid that was just like kicking walls, like an asshole fat kid. They had a nice variety of children. Was there any girls?
No.
Was that ever explained?
Really makes you think. Nothing was. I think what's great about the Grabbers that I like really explained about him, he just kidnaps kids and kills them.
So I don't know if I'd want a sequel. I feel like they would just over-explain things.
Yeah, probably.
I guess unless it was
because they hint at some weird things about how he was like, ever since I was young, like that phone didn't work or something. It's like, what's like...
There's definitely like a backstory with the phone.
Yeah, but I kind of like how ambiguous they leave it. I think that really actually elevates the movie. It adds to it a lot, I'd say.
So you would say get pussy.
What?
Al, you sleep?
Anyway. From a technical aspect, I really enjoyed pretty much
massacre.
I enjoyed pretty much all of it. The lighting, the editing, all that stuff was pretty. It was pretty well done, I'd say. Enough to like not really. I guess I would say
I do like this movie. It's just I don't know, I've seen a lot of horror movies, so it's just like not my favorite or anything.
Yeah,
it's not my go-to. I mean, if it was ever on TV or like streaming, I would watch it again at some point. But it's not like movie of the year or anything. There's nothing I'd say was absolutely amazing about this movie except like the filmmaking and Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke was pretty good. I
wish he was in like every scene. I don't know. He really chews up the scene, and the way he acts is really good. And it's just like it's a role he hasn't done before.
I know, and he does it perfectly. He's really been showing his range recently with a lot of his characters. So,
and I can tell he's enjoying it.
Yeah. So that's really good.
I know
he's really kind of having a career renaissance. It's pretty sick. So
I remember he was in like The Purge, and he was like awful in that. I liked it because it was Ethan Hawke, but he was like his like writing was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know why people like the Purge movies. Besides the concept, which is cool, it doesn't make sense.
The dialogue also felt pretty natural. It didn't really get annoying at any point.
I think Scott Derrickson's pretty talented. I mean, Sinister wasn't like amazing, but like the story and like the overall direction was good.
Yeah, it was definitely
and while
something.
I don't love the first Doctor Strange, it's not the most rewatchable one. Like the visuals and like the character work was very well done, and I like the overall story. And like even the final battle was very unique, and it really like flipped the whole like just fighting a big CGI monster.
Yeah.
Like I like how he does stuff. Like he keeps stuff like in a similar like structure, but does like really different stuff with it, and brings in like talent you wouldn't expect, like Ethan Hawke. Now I just need like a Benedict Cumberbatch horror movie, please.
Okay.
Just kidding.
That's a little weird.
Doctor Strange.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm mentally dead. It's like midnight. It's 12:09.
Oh my gosh, really? But yeah, a lot of those things I think were pretty well done. I mean, obviously my only real issues, or it's mostly nitpicky things, like you brought up like a lot of like plot like conveniences and issues, and I definitely agree with that. A few of those were there, which like it kind of take you out of it on repeat viewings, I'd say. It doesn't destroy it by any means, but they're definitely like there and noticeable.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing revolutionary. But it's definitely entertaining. To the right mindset, it can be pretty scary. It's pretty grounded, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, I've heard of people like fucking losing their shit at this movie because how scary it is. It's just not that scary.
It's really not that scary.
It's freaky, but it's not like scary. And I guess unless you're maybe like a teenager or a small child, you'll find this very scary.
Yeah.
Or a dog, because you don't get the steak.
Also, loud noises.
There was definitely some loud noises.
When like
there wasn't many jump scares. I remember people kept talking about how there was like some jump scares that were really good.
There was like 3 or 4. It was all just like maybe.
Ghost children.
Yeah.
And like the axe, I guess, but like that was kind of like you kind of saw coming. That scene was so dumb because like he finds this like child like abducted in his basement, and he's like, "Oh, let me explain how I found you."
Yeah, it was so stupid. I thought that was really stupid. I thought that could have been executed better. Like if it would have been like right away, like he would have been like, "Oh hey, I found you," and then he gets killed. But instead, like he's like, "Oh hey, I found you." He had to go. It's fine. Let me leave this not fully open yet. Anyway, let me tell you the story. And then he dies. And it's like what?
Let me tell you the story how I found you while he's on his way home.
Yeah.
Also, how the fuck? I have so many questions on how he never noticed that he was like abducting like multiple children and taking them to the basement. And he was like sitting on the chair in the kitchen at night with like a belt and like a mask, and he never woke up one night and just like walked in and saw it, and like the vicious whipping of children.
Yeah, like what?
He screamed multiple times in the movie. He was making food and taking it to the basement. What do you think he's eating down there? What? Yeah, the kid escaped at one point and like left the house. He didn't notice anything.
I think, because I think at the beginning of the movie when he's like the first thing when like the phone when he was first talking to him when he brought him down there and he was like the phone was ringing, he was like what's that? Phone ringing? Do you hear a phone ringing? I thought that was brilliant. I loved Ethan Hawke's delivery of that. But I think that was probably his brother calling to say he needed to come stay there because he said that he was just crashing there. He just recently had gotten there.
Oh, because he did say circumstances changed.
Yeah.
But it also like already had a full investigation going on in his like house.
Yeah.
That definitely took a while.
Yeah.
And like I guess you could also imply that he's like feeding him drugs, so he's not really sure what's going on.
Yeah.
But also it's just like, why are you having somebody live at his house? It just like makes like weird plot stuff.
Yeah. Overall, that was just kind of weird.
Because that actor was also in Sinister.
Yeah.
Both of them, I think.
Yeah.
Which in the first Sinister, he was just like an investigator that really had no bearing on the plot.
And in the second one, he was like the main character.
Yeah, I think he lives in that one. I don't know. They never made a third one. And then
he did live, yeah.
He was in It Chapter 2 as well, which he was good in that.
Oh, yeah.
He played Eddie. Yeah, I rewatched that recently. Even though that movie's kind of flawed, the adult actors really nail it, I thought.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And then Bill Hader's just like really weird because he's in a horror movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Barry. I've heard a lot of praise for that. It's like Bill Hader's like TV show.
Yeah,
he plays like a murderer or like
things.
a hitman, and I've heard like it's like amazing, but like I haven't like
I've never
thought about watching it. But it sounds kind of interesting.
I've heard a lot of good things, but
yeah, there's a lot of TV shows I've been wanting.
I'd be willing to check it out. Oh yeah,
there's only like 4 seasons right now, I think, or 3.
I haven't even watched Stranger Things.
Hey, we're on season 4 now. Still haven't finished Star Wars.
Really?
Mally.
Hot take?
You're hot.
No.
Ellis has been doing great mentally lately.
Nope. But anyway.
Better at least?
No. But anyway.
Oh.
So,
well, you saw this movie twice. Maybe I'll like it a bit more on second viewing. Was it, like, better?
I think so. Like those little annoyances, you notice them more, but like a lot of like I appreciate a lot of the other parts of the movie a bit more, so it kind of balances out to about the same.
Like a short, sweet, isolated movie. I don't know. Maybe a sequel would be good and like strengthen this a little bit.
I mean, it depends. You'd have to take it in a really intricate direction. I think it's not impossible, but
The black phones. The black's phone.
What?
The black phone. Screams.
But yeah, there really is a lot to enjoy. I'd say. I really liked it.
Blumhouse has a thing where they make like really shitty horror movies, and then like they make like decent like franchise movies sometimes, and then they make like, because like they like in the last few months they made like, they had like Halloween Kills last year, which is like their big franchise movie. Then they had that fucking Firestarter movie like come out a month ago, which was terrible.
Yeah.
Then they had this come out, which is like good.
Yeah.
And then like they have Nope coming out.
That's Blumhouse?
I think they helped contribute to it because I know Blumhouse was involved with Get Out and Us, so I'm assuming they're also involved with Nope.
There's so many movies they do. I didn't even realize. What about Bodies?
I didn't have that trailer in ours.
I'm so sick of that trailer.
I think I know what trailer you're talking about. There was one that looked good. That was newer. Oh wait, no. It looked like a decent idea, but the trailer was kind of cringy. I know Allie wants to see it. That Smile movie.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, that's a cool idea for maybe like a short film. Why is this like an hour 40 minutes?
Yeah, like Cal Penn's in it, so you know it's not gonna be very good.
I don't know what that is.
Kumar.
Who?
Harold and Kumar.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is at all?
From what?
From Harold and Kumar.
I
just said that.
I've heard of that, but I've never seen them.
You don't know? You don't know?
Didn't they have like a Christmas movie?
He was the guy that was like, a patient in your care died brutally while you were with them. He's like died brutally in the trailer. I was like, Trinity brought that up. She like really wants to see that. She's like, we have to go see
She
that.
can go by herself.
Jeez.
Trinity has some of the fucking weirdest movie taste. It infuriates me. It's like the Forever Purge. Or her and Allie were like, it's really solid. I like the themes it tackles. I like the action. And I'm like 2 out of 10.
Over here like,
take it or leave it.
That.
That was the 5th Purge movie, and there's like a 6th on the way, but that was just called like the final one. The last one was called the final one, and the third one is like a trilogy under.
There's been like 4 final ones. It's fine.
The whole plot of the third one was it was the last Purge. And then they said, okay, the only thing we can do now is a prequel, so they did that. And I'm like, actually,
we're making another one.
And they're actually we actually have getting it for a 6th and final film. Oh, there's also a 3-season TV show. I forgot there was a Purge TV show.
And then they were also we're gonna make another one.
A video game.
And then Scream came out with Scream 5 Cream, and then they were just immediately like, all right, we're having another one come out next March.
There's so much drama with the Neve Campbell stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's another rumor that she's actually in it again.
But like, just making people think
she made a deal that she's gonna like have a small role in 6, but like a larger role in 7. So they're making Scream 7.
What?
And then I guess there's a lot of rumors going around. I think basically the team is trying, because they did that a lot of Scream movies where like they just put false leaks out there to like divert people away.
Yeah.
So they're probably just gonna keep like going back and forth on it with the rumors until the movie comes out, so you actually have no idea if she's in it or not, which is a good marketing strategy.
That's pretty hype.
I'm hoping Scream 6 is better. Apparently it's gonna be a lot more bloody. Which they say about every Scream sequel except the third one.
Yeah.
Which was terrible.
The Scream 2 was really bad.
They're making a Scream 2 Steelbook.
What? Scream 2?
Scream 2 is honestly not that bad in comparison to the other 4.
No.
Well, 3.
It's mid. Scream 4 is mid. Scream 5 is mid.
Scream 2 could have been like great because it's like the only like other sequel that felt justified because it's like about horror sequels, because there's so many horror sequels. Like you can make like an entire movie just making fun of them and like talking about them. And then the third one's like, but trilogies? There's like Star Wars, Godfather. That's it.
All the greatest trilogies. Star
no
Wars.
horror one.
The Godfather.
Halloween. The first
three.
Such a cohesive narrative. 4, 5, and 6 are also cohesive.
I mean, I get
Halloween and trilogies do not go well, which makes me terrified for the new one.
That is terrifying. Maybe this one will break. Maybe this one will break the cycle.
Yeah, but if it's terrible, then I'm gonna hate like 2/3 of this new trilogy.
I'm gonna hate 2/3 of you.
I'm only gonna like the first one where they just didn't even think about me.
It'll still be better than Malignant.
Malignant? I don't know why everybody liked that.
I didn't like that movie.
I watched like half of the Dead Meat Awards and Malignant got like 4.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
I was like,
The movie was so bad.
Can we chill out, please?
Why do you like it so much?
Can we like good movies? I just don't get it sometimes.
If you like Malignant, that's fine. I just don't respect you. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. This will probably end up being one of the better horror movies of the year. Maybe not the best.
I just don't know if I'll remember it much by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Just kind of, it's not like forgettable. It's just like
I don't know what other like
there's not much going on.
good
with
ones
it
in the
besides
horror
just
genre from
an hour
this
and
year.
a
That'll
half.
be, yeah.
There's always that fucking trailer for that one that has fucking Harry Styles in it and the girl from Black Widow. That was in Midsommar, where it's like a fake town or whatever. Chris
Oh,
Pine, where like it looks like interesting, but I have no fucking idea what's
don't
going on.
worry, darling. Yeah, it's based on a book.
I have no fucking idea.
I kind of want to check out the books. It looks interesting. Like, I'll check it out. I'll probably watch it, but it's coming out like September or something.
Yeah, that might be.
Also, Bullet Train's coming out next month, which doesn't look like it's gonna be good, but looks like it'll be fun.
I kind of want to see that.
I kind of want to go watch
The trailers are good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of actors I like in it.
Yeah, like Brad Pitt.
Also-
Brad Pitt's. I like Brad Pitt. I'm not gonna lie. I love the Ocean's trilogy. I just like Brad Pitt. It's just true.
Also, the Craven the Hunter's in it. Have you heard some of the shit about that? There was leaked scripts about it.
Craven the Hunter.
Like the leaked plot. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
It's like Morbius, but like even worse.
What? How?
They make Craven the Hunter.
They don't make much worse.
They make Craven the Hunter a environmentalist. His name's Craven the Hunter. He has a cheetah on his neck.
What?
So there's some pages that leaked. So we're gonna move away from this. So the character played by Russell Crowe in the film is Vladimir Kravinoff, the original Craven the Hunter, who is now retired.
Oh.
So it's the same thing, where it's just the villain is just the same character. He has a son who is Craven the Hunter, who is a millionaire activist who is against the hunting of animals. Who is called Craven the Hunter, who was against the hunting of animals. He was trained as a child. He has superhuman abilities. Basically, the whole movie is about the father of Craven doing bad stuff with animals. So Craven goes after him and fights the chameleon, who's his brother, which is not in the comics. And then he ends up fighting his father and killing his father. So it's like Venom 2 and Morbius, just reskinned. And then there's 2 post-credit scenes because we're that confident. There's one about Chameleon, but the second one, you're going to like this one. The second post-credit scene is when Craven learns over the radio of a major robbery in New York that left several injured, caused by Vulture and a vampire, and Craven decides to go hunt them down.
What?
They're like following. They're actually like following Morbius' storyline. Michael Keaton's in Craven.
What?
What's Michael Keaton doing with a career?
Michael Keaton was like Beetlejuice, man. You were respected. What do you?
There's still like rumors of that movie happening again. Beetlejuice 2.
Why? Michael Keaton's 77. I don't know. He's really old.
He's playing a vulture. It's also Batman still.
What is going on? He's Batman. Why is he doing this?
Yeah, if I watch Craven and I'm like have the same feeling of Morbius, I'm done.
Why would they even do it?
I don't think I'm watching any other Sony movies
ever, except for the Spider-Man.
I'm gonna watch the reviews for Venom 3, but that's about it. Also, if they make a Morbius 2, of course I will attend.
I'm so upset that Venom 3 is officially happening as well.
Yeah,
it's very upsetting.
Tom Hardy's like helping write it.
Yeah,
such a great writer.
Why does he like it so much? It's so bad.
Because he hated the first one because he was so mad that they like didn't make it rated R. I thought he was gonna like quit, but then he's like Venom 2, let's go.
Venom 2. I'm writing Venom 3. I'm going involved in the 2 spin-off films and the 4th and 5th films in the franchise. What?
I just hate Sony. They botched they just botched it so bad. All they have to do is make like a Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4, and they will make like double the profit they would make in any Venom or Morbius movie.
Yeah.
And then you never have to make a movie again. Because you can just re-release that every year.
I mean, you just do Spider-Man every year and you'll make $1 billion. It doesn't matter.
Just give fucking Sam Raimi another Spider-Man trilogy.
Just stop making shitty Spider-Man villain films because that's fucking stupid.
There's a lot of memes. It's like Spider-Man looking at his rogues gallery when Sony makes all of them anti-heroes and heroes, and it's just like him in an empty room. It's like, where the hoes at?
Where the hell at?
Because I liked Venom, but now I don't. And Morbius sounded kind of cool, but now I don't. And
did Morbius sound cool?
In like a Blade movie, sure.
I mean, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Or like a Spider-Man movie, you know, because he's like a Spider-Man villain. And then,
yeah.
Like, Kraven's like a really cool character, but like not like this. Also, Aaron Taylor Johnson is like one of the last choices I would pick to play Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
Also, you can never put him in any of the MC movies because he's already played Quicksilver, so it's like, obviously, it's never gonna matter.
Yeah.
The Morbius re-release Morbius was funny though because I actually thought they'd make money and they made like $80
per theater.
And then the same thing happened to Minions and they made like 300. They actually had the biggest 4th of July opening ever.
Yeah.
Of all time.
For Minions: Rise of Gru.
The hour and 27-minute film that is an origin story for Groot. There was people.
I'm so upset.
There was an Easter egg to Vector where they showed like a picture of him with his dad in the movie because they have his dad from the first Spiegel Me in it.
Yeah.
And when they showed the picture of Vector, it was like I saw a video of a cinema. Everybody erupted with applause. It was like Endgame. It was. People were like losing their shits over fucking Vector. And also fucking the doctor from the first two that was like really old. They show him like young in that movie. Like they show how him and Gru met, and people are like, oh my god, I needed it. This Spiegel Me franchise and needed it. I never know I needed the scene. Nefario's bag. Where's my Drew origin film?
There's so many things wrong with cinema.
Spiegel Me 4 is coming out in 2 years, and everybody's gonna do the same thing again because they're already planning that.
So you know what happened? So you know how I went to the movie today? When I got back, Trinity was like, "Okay, so I just watched all of Sing 2 while you were gone." Sing 2. I was like,
did you want to see that in theaters?
Why? I guess
like around the Christmas season when I like would want to do anything else.
Why would you want to see Sing 2? Is my question.
I mean, I think
IHE eventually watched it, gave it a half star. I was like, okay.
I heard it was better than the first one. That's like comparing like 9/11 to like the Holocaust. It's like, well, I guess one of them had less fatalities.
Like objectively, yeah.
I guess one of them was objectively okay. Hey, Brandon. What? She's sleeping. What happened?
He punched you guys' toilet.
He what?
It's not flushing down his puke.
He's puking still?
No, from like way before.
Downstairs?
Yes.
I won't handle it.
No,
It's a weird toilet.
I'll unclog it and then I'll.
There should be a plunger there.
Okay.
I hope the dogs are sleeping.
I sure hope so. So,
The black phone.
what was your favorite scene in the Black Phone?
Pretty much anytime Ethan Hawke was like acting.
Ethan Hawke was incredible. I really enjoyed his performance.
I did really like.
He's starting to become one of my favorite actors right
I did
now.
enjoy a lot of the scenes between the little girl and the main child. I thought they had good chemistry.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And,
I remember.
I mean, it wasn't stellar or anything, but like I could tell, like for the limited time they had together, it was pretty good.
I remember that scene where the dad just like whipping the daughter.
That was.
So
That was
brutal.
very. It wasn't like unsettling, but it was just kind of disturbing in the fact of how like real it was.
Yeah,
Like that's just like an average thing in a lot of households.
Yeah, it was
Especially in
so
the
brutal.
70s.
Yeah,
Like you wouldn't get in trouble for that as a parent.
which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was so brutal.
It was it was such for such a stupid reason, and that just, obviously it was like because he was like an alcoholic who like lost his wife, so he's like I just must take it out on her children. Because that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Also, did they explain how the mother died? I don't remember if that was ever explained.
Yeah, because because of the thing where she also had dreams that like turned out to be true and all that stuff. She eventually went crazy and killed herself, basically.
Which like explains why the dad's like broken.
Yeah, that's like why he was so messed up, and also why he got so upset with her over the dreams thing because he didn't want that to happen to her. Obviously, like,
Doesn't justify abuse.
well, no, it doesn't justify it, but like that's like the character flaw that's there, and that's like.
But then like they do nothing with him.
That's like a real thing with like mental illness and stuff, but then they don't really expand upon it. But like what was there, I thought was pretty.
Hopefully, it doesn't become like a Don't Breathe 2 situation where they just like completely do a weird and wrong sequel. Or it's like a fine horror movie, but then like they do a sequel where like they just like focus on the villain and like try to make him a good guy.
That would be horrible. I don't know how you could spin that with this one.
I don't know how they could spin that with Don't Breathe. He was like kidnapping women and like putting his own semen in them, basically raping them.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
The next movie's like he has a child, he's taking care of him, he's good now.
Yeah.
But there's an even worse person.
This guy kidnapped and murdered like 5 children. So.
Yeah, they don't even like describe how, but there's no.
And he was like,
you don't really see the remains for a
He
reason.
was like, I usually use a knife, but with you, I want this to really hurt. It's like, okay.
A knife doesn't hurt, I guess.
It has to hurt more.
Oh, obviously this won't become another big franchise, but I could see maybe a sequel or 2 out of this. So
Yeah, maybe.
I guess we'll see. I'm not like thriving for it, but if it happens, I'll be interested.
For what this is, I'm fine with it. I enjoyed it. I thought it had a lot going for it that was pretty good, and I think it's worth a watch for horror fans. It's definitely better than a lot of horror movies that come out these days. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing revolutionary or extremely impactful in the grand scheme of things, but it's just a solid horror film. It's effective enough, keeps you engaged. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
I'd say like a 7 out of 10.
It's a little overhyped, I think, just by a lot of people saying it's like one of the best horror movies in a while.
Yeah,
It's good. I think this is better than what the director dipped out on. So good for him.
Yeah.
Definitely to make more money, but
No, well,
creatively,
yeah.
which is what you should aim for.
Absolutely.
He got what I think he wanted a little bit more. I know he did say he would come back and do a Marvel property if they wanted him to, obviously with good creative control. Which I always forget how bad Marvel is with directors sometimes, because like I would have really loved an Edgar Wright Ant-Man movie, and that just we got some of those mid-est fucking Ant-Man movies ever. Because you knew Edgar Wright was gonna do Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
And he got like fired because he was like being too creative or whatever.
Yeah.
Why'd you fire him?
He's
known for his creative, independent films.
His extremely expressive, like, creative films.
And you give him an extremely expressive and not like super important character, so you do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And you tell him stop.
Just no, we have to make this confined and just like no.
That Paul Rudd comedy with Edgar Wright about Ant-Man. That sounds perfect.
Much better than what we got. Much better.
So good.
Yeah.
Give
I mean,
it
what
to
we got. I mean, Ant-Man isn't horrible. It's just kind of forgettable.
I thought Ant-Man was fine for like the constraints it was under. Yeah. Then again, I thought Solo was fine for like that super dumb circumstances it was under, because at least it was cohesive. But like they fired the directors of the Lego Movie, and like key developers with the Spider-Verse. They kicked them off of Star Wars because they were being too funny. And then you have Ron Howard come in and like reshoot 80% of the movie and like make it all dark and dim, and it's just so dumb.
You don't love Ron Howard?
In the Heart of the Sea is okay. That's the only Ron Howard movie I've seen.
And you haven't seen a single Quentin Tarantino
Besides
film?
Solo.
You haven't seen a single.
No, I own In the Heart of the Sea. It's on that shelf.
But you haven't seen a Quentin Tarantino film?
No.
But you own In the Heart of the Sea. Like on Blu-ray?
Yeah.
You have a Blu-ray of In the Heart of the Sea, but you haven't seen Pulp Fiction. Like ever in your life.
Yeah.
Like you just
I also own Hobbs and Shaw.
You own the entire Fast and Furious franchise.
2 steelbooks.
With 2 steelbooks. You own like Sharktopus films.
Only the first one.
But you haven't seen Pulp Fiction. The number of like just what?
I have Minions over there.
Just watch Pulp Fiction.
Watch it tonight. I don't care.
Just someday, please.
Listen, man. I've been wanting to like just start watching like 1 or 2 new movies a week. It's just like I fall asleep. I get tired.
I'm also tired, and I understand what you're
I've been
saying.
like trying to keep up on TV shows, and that's like already enough as is.
Yeah, I can't commit to TV shows. I'm all about. I gotta stick to movies. Like I'll watch shows when I can, ones that I like, but
Because like I'm finally
like The Amazing World of Gumball.
But like now I have to watch Better Call Saul, which is 6 seasons.
In like a 2-day span, I watched 20 episodes of The Amazing World of Gumball, and then you're just over here like, so finish Peacemaker yet?
Yeah, like I enjoy binging sometimes, but I cannot binge. I get tired.
Yeah.
Because I like watching like an episode at a time usually. Because like that's how it's designed. Like you watch an episode and it ends.
Yeah.
And like usually wait a little bit for the next one to let it like sink in. And then people just like binge watch like 8 hours of it.
But they can't
Which
watch
is
the
what James
3
Cameron keeps talking about.
Yeah, James Cameron. That is, you can watch like 6 1-hour episodes in a row, but you can't watch my 3-hour movie. Yeah, that makes
Which is a
lot
good
of sense.
fucking counter argument that it's like at my house on my couch when I can pause it and go to the bathroom if I want.
Yeah.
Get out a fucking annoying movie theater with a bunch of people I don't know for 3 fucking hours with a movie I don't even know if I'll like. With a TV show, I can watch like 2 episodes and be like invested and know I want to watch more. If I buy a ticket to Avatar: The Way of Water, I am stuck in that theater for 3.5 hours. I'm stuck. And I don't like going to the bathroom movie theater because I want to see the movie.
Right.
I don't want to miss like 5 minutes.
Because you have to miss out, yeah.
And I don't like movie theater bathrooms anyway. Like Dominion? Oh my god. Didn't Trinity want to be like the last hour?
That's every movie.
Well, Dominion was like 2.5 hours. And apparently there was like a 4-hour cut.
I guess.
Samuel like talked about
I'm
him.
just
He's like,
waiting for like the 7-hour cut of Godzilla vs. Kong.
did you hear that they like announced the next movie?
Yeah.
Like they're calling it Godzilla vs. Kong 2, but it's like obviously just the next movie.
Yeah.
Because if it's actually that, I'm gonna be mad. 'Cause that's
Really
stupid.
That's really dumb. Yeah, people don't. They're still speculating what it's actually exactly going to be, but also Toho's working on a new film. I think a new Godzilla film, right?
They were going to, but they haven't said anything about it in a while. For the longest time, I thought they were going to do a Shin Godzilla 2 because it made sense. Because it, like, won Best Picture in Japan. But they didn't, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Because that movie's pretty much perfect.
So I guess that's what's up with the MonsterVerse.
But Gamera, nothing.
Also, like an Apple TV series. I don't know.
I kind of want to watch that, but it's on Apple TV. So I'll watch it if it's apparently, if it's, like, amazing. And, like, it's important. But if it's just, like, a bunch of human stuff, I don't really care.
I just remember that Coda won Best Picture.
Also, there's still that Skull Island, like, animated show that's supposed to be coming out on Netflix.
Who knows what's gonna happen?
I don't know what the fuck that's going on. Also, the next Monsters movie, I thought was a Kong movie, but apparently it's confirmed Godzilla and Kong are in it. And there's like it might be like a prequel movie. It's like the origin story. Which would be the only way you could do a Godzilla Kong fight again. And I don't really want to see that. I already got 3 rounds of it. Round 2 went to Kong.
Oh.
The movie theater experience of that movie was insane. It was just so weird. Because I was in the movie theater for like over a year.
GVK?
And that movie just like came out and all of a sudden the theaters were just crowded again.
Yeah, that was like a crazy moment.
Because
really.
I saw like Wonder Woman 1984 and Tenet in theaters, and the theaters were not nearly that big. And those movies are both not the best theater experience.
Yeah.
Because Wonder Woman 94 is one of the most egregious super movies I think I've ever watched.
That's really, really
it's
bad.
One of the biggest downgrades I've seen from one movie to the next, because holy shit.
And Wonder Woman wasn't even good.
And it's by like the same team.
Yeah.
And then Tenet, which is just really confusing. The Christopher Nolan movie is not like the best movie to like, go into the summer with, because it's not really like a big crowd movie.
Yeah.
And Tenet was just weird. I don't know if you ever saw it.
I did get around to it.
It's like good. It's just like a lot of talking.
Yeah.
It's a lot of explaining, and I feel like it wasn't handled the best script wise.
No.
It's a lot of explaining. He like always keeps choosing these high concepts, but then like just like will not stop explaining because it just is making less and less sense. Even the trailers confused me on that movie. So I thought he died and was in the afterlife, but then the movie it's like no, you can just reverse.
Yeah, it's so weird.
The way they filmed it was cool, but they basically just did something and reversed it in post.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly as riveting as they made it sound.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the bullet went backwards. Oh, so you reverse footage? Like they did in Empire Strikes Back with the Force? In the 80s? You did something 40 years later.
I mastered the Force 55 years ago.
Kenobi?
No.
Did you ever get on to watch
I love it. I don't want to watch it.
I mean, I guess
I've heard, like,
if you're a
only negative
fan,
things.
you'll enjoy it for, like, the parts that are good. But there's a lot of parts that are kind of like, what are we doing here?
Your mom?
They give a show 6 episodes, and they somehow make like 2 episodes filler. When you should be focused, if you only have 6 episodes,
Right, it's only 6
a limited
episodes. It's not that much. Like,
tell your story and get it done with.
yeah.
They make it so like there's like a rescue Leia portion for an episode, and then like the next episode she gets lost again, and then the episode after that they're rescuing her again.
Why?
They do the same thing twice in an Obi-Wan show where they have limited time and they have Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. And they're focusing on Princess Leia and like an Imperial base.
That's so stupid.
And it's just A New Hope again. Except there's no Death Star, it's just rescuing someone and escaping. But Hayden Christensen, he's actually a good actor.
Yeah?
It's insane.
He's pretty...
I think we really just need to understand George Lucas could not write like human dialogue.
No, he can't.
Holy shit. I don't know if you ever heard Harrison Ford talk about it, but he's like, George, you write this stuff, but like this cannot be spoken by any human. I hope you know that. I'm not reading this.
Like, no.
Rewrite, please.
Indiana Jones 5.
Like his love dialogue in Attack of the Clones is some of the worst writing I've seen for love
It's bad.
ever. People defended, but it's so bad.
No. Attack of the Clones is horrible. Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones are two gigantic failures. I don't care what anybody has to say.
People talk about
Horrible.
Disney Star Wars being bad, but like those are like some bottom tier Star Wars movies. Just by like, if you like them as fans, that's fine. But like as like a film, they're lacking so much.
Yeah, especially like by comparison. Like I mean, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker sucks, but those first two in the sequel trilogy, I mean, like, yeah, they have their issues in like the Star Wars canon, but like they're like well crafted movies at the very least, at least somewhat. Like Last Jedi is actually like really well made.
I have conflicted feelings on that movie.
Yeah.
As a Star Wars fan.
Exactly.
As like a movie,
yeah.
it's like it's fine, it's good,
Yeah.
it's well written for the most part. There's some stuff that's bad, but like, not to be too mad. He walked into a franchise that had like already so much baggage, and he was told to write the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why you do that.
And it was just disconnected from the previous.
I
and the
blame a
next.
lot of the sequel trilogy on Disney for not having a plan. Should have been a plan.
Yeah.
You can't just give it to a new director and just say, hey, continue it, and you have to end it at this point. I mean, even Jurassic World got that right, even though that trilogy is also a mess. At least they had, like, one consistent, like, person behind each one. So, like, at least made sense going in each next one. Instead, I feel like extremely disjointed. Except the Locust.
Solo.
I hate Solo so much. Well, originally the Kenobi show was supposed to be a movie, but I guess since Solo bombed, there's like, oh, we'll just make it a show then. When the reason why Solo bombed was because it was unnecessary and didn't have any of the original actors. And the trailers were bad, and the story was just... In the trailer for Solo, they have a scene at the end where it's like a cliffhanger where it's like, is Chewie gonna die? It's like, no. These are the next 6 movies. What are you talking about? You're gonna kill Solo in the Han Solo origin film. There was like an article was like, is Luke Skywalker gonna die in the Obi-Wan Kenobi finale? It's like, oh, of course.
Oh, yes.
Of course. Why wouldn't he? Also, the child actor for the gift for Luke in the Kenobi show is awful. The only gift for Leia is actually good. She's a good actress.
Huh.
They introduced some weird things.
Well, that's neat. Also, Firestarter's really bad.
Yeah, I don't know why he suffered through that.
Just...
My dad was like, kept
This is
bringing that
very
up. He's like, I
short.
want to see Top Gun or that Firestarter remake. My parents were also bringing it up, and they were like complaining about everything being unoriginal. I'm like, but that Firestarter remake, it looked interesting.
Are you serious?
I was like, go see like Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Zac Efron plays the dad.
Did he do at least decent?
No.
Did he not do serious roles? I know people were wanting him to play Human Torch in the MCU.
What?
And there was like a...
Zac Efron?
Some people want that.
Oh my god.
Sure, Chris Evans said he'd rather come back and play Human Torch than Captain America.
Yeah.
I was like, you had your chance. I don't really want to see that.
No, but Firestarter's really bad, but it's probably only like the 5th worst film I've seen from this year so far.
There's been a lot of bad ones.
Like Morbius is probably worse.
Morbius, it gets like worse and worse the more I think about it.
And then like
The memes are hilarious.
Hotel Transylvania 4 happened. The Bubble.
And I saw somebody
Ice Age
on Instagram
7.
recommend that movie, being like, this is a good one. Really funny. Like 2.5 hours.
Which one? The Bubble? Yeah, it's like over 2 hours. And it's so unfunny and it's so miserable the entire... I
remember one of the main actresses was advertising the movie, but they like were advertising the fake movie first, and then they revealed it was The Bubble. But the fake movie seemed kind of interesting, and then I found out it was like The Bubble, and I was like, this looks so much worse.
Yeah, and like it maybe could have been an effective comedy if anything was done right at all, but all of it was horrible, and Judd Apatow was horrible, and his daughter is a horrible actor. Not Maude Apatow. She's a good actor. Iris Apatow is not a good actor. His 2 daughters are both actors.
Same.
That doesn't make any sense. But anyway.
Excited for Thor though?
I mean, yeah. I guess that's what we're talking about next. It'll be in a couple weeks.
2 weeks,
Yeah, next week we will be busy.
perhaps.
Unless we're
Just
just
kidding.
not going
Deals
on
off.
vacation.
Just kidding.
What?
You have 5 days off for no reason.
I mean, I guess I'll just chill, not go anywhere, kill you. I don't have many options.
I was sleeping.
What? You know what I found out? I think I'm also gonna have that following Monday off, so I'll just have another day off after. Which will be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think I got the day off after because I just kind of wanted to just
Relax.
relax. I'll probably be like sunburned and like tired and I want to like unpack.
I want to chill out. Like,
Do you have like do you have a bag to pack and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'd obviously just like do laundry beforehand because I don't think there's anything to do laundry up there.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We'll figure it out. It'll be fun. I'm sure there'll be other stuff to do around down there too. I don't know.
Well, yeah, we're gonna be there. I think like an extra day than probably what we'll need to do everything amusement park wise. So we can also just like do something else there for a day that's fun. Cause I'm sure there's something.
Yeah.
They used to have, well, they do. It's not gonna be open now, but they have like one of the best haunted houses in like the country.
Really?
It's really fun. It's like a whole apartment complex. It's really fun.
That's awesome.
You start from like the bottom and you go all the way up. And at the end, you either go down a giant slide down, or you jump off the building into like a
Really?
yeah, it's kind of like a zip line down thing.
Oh.
It's like a trampoline you land on. But the slide's also fun. And it was like a random part where they just had like snakes just like spread about, just like literally crawling around while you're just walking through. It's just like a 20-foot python next to you.
Really?
Separated by like this much glass. It's fun. It's really fun. I think it's called Slaughterhouse.
You're a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to like park and then they take you on like a truck to the place. It was funny though because when we went, my stepdad had his gun on him, and there's absolutely no firearms allowed in there because it's a fucking haunted house.
Yeah.
It was like families, and like if you get like freaked out by something and accidentally shoot somebody, well now you're fucked.
Yeah.
And he talked to one employee and she's like, the one employee there was like, oh actually I have a gun on me too. You can just keep your gun in my car and just get it when you're done.
What?
She's like, I support the freedom to have a gun. What if I get attacked? I want to shoot someone. I was like, if you're afraid of getting attacked, why do you work at a haunted house? Second off,
What are the odds of... Wait, what?
the odds were ridiculous because my mom was so upset. She's like, well, we can't fucking go in now. They have a metal detector at the door. Why do you have a gun on you? We're at the hotel. We're not in Detroit. We're in Kansas. At a public thing. Just in case. Just in case what? A kid attacks you? Anyways, I don't know if there's much more to talk about. We almost hit an hour.
Probably
Might as well
not.
just hit an hour. We'll take 2 more minutes.
I mean, we could do all the outro stuff. It'll hit 2 minutes.
How are you? You happy? You seeing?
I really liked his masks and like the different, like how there was like a mask variations.
That's gonna be a big thing this Halloween.
I thought, yeah, it is. I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm assuming that's the only thing Trinity said about the movie was I like the mask.
Honestly, better than Saw 5.
I don't think that's
Close, but it's better.
Trinity's like Saw 7's really good.
I know, it's weird. She's like, I like Saw 7. It's like,
You're like the
Are
only
you
person that thinks that.
serious?
I think you're the one fan. Actually,
No, Adam from Your Movie Sucks likes it.
it's because it's probably funny. She probably likes it because she thinks it's good.
He likes Saw 5, 6, and 7. He's just like, yeah, because like they just don't take themselves seriously. It's like, yeah, but they're fucking horrible.
Does he like Jigsaw?
Why I don't know why Saw 6 is so like beloved as like a sequel.
Why aren't you beloved as a sequel?
Because I'm not a sequel. I'm a human being.
Well, to your father, you're a sequel.
I'm not a sequel to anything. The only thing that could be considered a sequel is the twin that comes out second.
No, that's the part 2.
Then there's a trilogy with triplets, and then like if you have a quadruplets, that's quite the saga.
Anthology.
It's quite
You have 6 kids at once. It's a sexology. I love the Transformers sexology. All 5 films plus Bumblebee.
I'm so upset that there's another one coming out. What's it called? Rise of the Beasts or something?
Hopefully it's better.
What?
Hopefully it's better, but I'm definitely not spending money to see that.
Yeah, why would it be better? Also, I can't wait for Lightyear to go on Disney Plus, so I don't have to pay to see it.
I don't want to watch it.
I want to watch it because
I
it's
heard it's
Pixar,
okay.
but Like,
I just don't want to pay
Yeah.
in this economy to go to a fucking movie theater for Lightyear when it's like $12.
but you'll buy an $800 suit to go see Minions: Rise of Gru.
I didn't, but I would be up to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Only on like opening weekend now. It's just weird.
And then we just go like a month.
It's
after
absolutely
release.
ridiculous. If you just like go on like and like find videos of it, it's just fucking ridiculous. Because like
why?
Mr. Beast did one of like 100 people, which was ridiculous. But like there was also like a movie theater where like there was a full on rave. Like there was people like dancing and cheering and like clapping every time a minion was on the screen, which was basically ever seen.
I like that one review that was like, I don't care like what I have to do. I just want to hug one of them. I just want to hug them.
Well, there's one where it's like the main minion, I guess, in the movie is a minion that isn't in the Despicable Me movies, and Gru shows himself being annoyed by that minion throughout the Minions sequel. So it's implied in between that movie and the first Despicable Me, he must have like brutally murdered that minion.
What? I thought they were like indestructible.
It's implied that he did something with that minion because he's not in those movies, and he has all the minions.
There's so many minions. Oh my god.
And also, the minions are like immortal. So is that at some point we're in a Despicable Me movie where like they watch Gru die, and just move on.
They're probably not gonna make that.
They're making a fourth one.
Well, fourth Despicable Me. It's gonna be like the seventh of the franchise.
First Despicable came in like
Sixth.
2010. So it's been like 12 years.
Yeah.
I remember when the first one came out. I liked it as a kid, and I actually don't think the first one's that bad.
Yeah, it's just an enjoyable kids movie.
And I haven't seen the second one forever, but I liked that one too when I was a kid. But I don't know how good it is anymore.
Yeah, it definitely is a follow up. The third one's really bad, and
I never
Minions
saw
is
that.
also bad just because like it's really annoying.
I saw Minions when I was still like relatively young. I was like 11ish,
Yeah.
and I still didn't like it.
Yeah.
And Minions 2, I guess, looks better.
I
'cause
like the
it's
song choices because they try to distract you with good old songs, and then the movie itself was like.
just like, how do
so-
Minions carry a movie? Like the second one, they just brought Gru in as a child because they don't speak English. You can't have a story.
Yeah.
There's no like driving force. They literally just serve. What's their arc? To not serve? Because you can't do that. It's a prequel. What?
No, I will be super real.
Where were they during the years of 1944 to 1945? Where were they? Because they served the most evil person. Were they under Hitler?
I mean, yeah, they kind of gloss over that, don't they?
I don't want to talk about those years, but they served a dinosaur. Which made no sense. They're like, oh, T-Rex evil.
This is vital to the story.
Yeah. Well, that's probably about 8.
Yeah, I don't know why we started talking about Minions again. The Black Phone, 7 out
It's
of
just
10.
hard to not think.
I recommend.
My mom used to be friends with somebody that unironically liked the Minions and like would share Minion memes on Facebook. I didn't know those people actually existed, but it scared me.
That's horrible.
I talked to the person significantly less when I found out.
The Banana Icy isn't very good.
Isn't?
It's not.
Where was that at?
At Southridge.
I actually had that. They like don't fix their theater at all. But like, we'll have the Minion slushy.
But we have a banana slush. But the whole theater's falling apart. Don't worry about that.
I don't want like going to Southridge anymore.
If you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. Leave a like. Comment your thoughts down below. Yeah, we'll be back in a couple weeks. Probably, I assume talking about Thor, maybe something else if it also comes up. But
Yeah, I'm seeing it Friday.
you're Friday.
Play at least. Hope it's good. Bye bye.